I'm in the heart of Eastvale, and you honestly couldn't ask for a better location than Eastvale Square. Located at Hamner and Limonite, it's the newest community that has been built in Eastvale. And truth is, there's not a lot of new construction that comes to this area, but this is the biggest project that I've seen in the 8 years I've lived in the area. The best part is this is going to be walking distance to the new downtown and civic center, which will have the city's first city hall, library, amphitheater, police station, and restaurants and little shops. And honestly, it's all connected here. If you're coming from OC and LA and you enjoy the walkability aspect of where you are, but the home prices don't make sense out there, so you're looking at the IE, then you're going to love that this community gives you the walkability that you enjoy. It's being built right now, so take a couple of years. However, immediately across the street, we've got three shopping centers. One is Eastvale Gateway with Target, Kohl's, HomeGoods, so much more. And then there's Cloverdale Farms with Ralph's, Starbucks, several eateries too. And then the Walgreens Shopping Center. I don't even know what that's called, but it's there. So this community is Eastvale Square by Risewell Homes, and they have been building for years, and there's still more to come. Their price point is something I like. We're talking homes, condos, townhomes, those not single family, starting around 550,000. And on the properties where they've got quick move-ins, there's closing cost credit up to 25,000, interest rate buy down of 4.99, and it makes moving here really nice and affordable. Taxes are about 2%. There's a lot of newer infrastructure that goes into building these communities, and so it's reflected in the taxes. And there are two HOAs here, the base HOA about 175, and then one specific to the community where you buy, and that could be about $150 to $180 additional. But these are really great homes, and the community is beautiful with two pools, a gym, and a wonderful park that even my children love coming to. So I'm going to take you inside so you can see what you can get for around $550,000 in the heart of Eastvale. By the way, I'm Marie Keeney with Coldwell Banker Icon. I like showing you homes in Eastvale, Haruba Valley, and Ontario Ranch because I live here, and I want you to live here as well. Look at those mountains. So we're here at one of the communities called Ashbury, and they are in very stylish buildings where multiple homes are attached. And this one is just over 1,500 square feet. It's got 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and as soon as you come in, you have this very bright office space. Now, if you needed a 3 bedroom, what would honestly stop you from just closing that up and making it into a bedroom? I don't see you have enough space to actually get a closet here, but you could fit a bed, a nightstand, a little dresser, and make it work. Upstairs is where all of the living space is going to be. And I'm going to be tired by the time I get to the top of the stairs, but it'll be worth it. So we've got a kitchen as soon as you come upstairs, and it's got those white cabinets, very popular in all of the new construction these days. It's not common to see dark walnut colored cabinetry. Sometimes you see a white oak or something, usually an upgrade. And then you have quartz counters in a taupe color, a large sink. If you watched any of my videos, you know this is my favorite sink. Let's get rid of the ones that have the split down the middle. I think they're pointless. Here you have an outdoor patio space. And that's kind of the trade-off when you're buying new construction in this area. You're really not getting any outdoor space beyond a balcony or sometimes a little side yard or something. It's compact living close together. It's the location that is the pull here. So right there is the new city civic center I was mentioning, and they have been working on that for months. It's been in the works for years, honestly. I'm part of the Eastvale Chamber. I'm an ambassador, and I've been hearing about it at meetings for the longest time. Over there is the Eastvale Gateway with Vaughn's, Chipotle, Bank of America, Chase Bank, so much more, Target, and then you could spy down there some pretty mountains at the Corona area in the back of like Rancho Santa Margarita, all of that stuff. So right here, this space is just perfect for a little bistro table and 2 chairs. You come back inside and you can see how bright and nice it is from this angle. So this is a 3-story property. Again, on the first floor, we did have that office, but majority of your living is going to be on the second and the third floor. Right here off of the kitchen, you've got a little powder room. Sometimes I don't love the location right next to the kitchen. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Then you have this as your pantry space here. There's so much cabinetry for you to have ample storage here. And again, you've got countertops there, here, and on the back side, plenty of space for prepping meals, doing homework or something at the island with the kids, and spreading out your recipes and cookbooks and things like that there. So it's very nice. And the backsplash on this is just a crisp herringbone subway tile, very pretty. You've got GE appliances, the dishwasher, the electric range, oven, microwave, and refrigerator package. I'm not sure if that is included with the property or not. And let's see, do these have soft cool or soft close? Nope, they do not. Right here, you've got your dining area, and I like how they decorated it with mirrors, because mirrors in any space are going to make it feel significantly bigger than what it is. So this helps. You've got the width of the entire building. I mean, you've got a window on that side facing north, looking at the mountains right now while you can see them before the numerous buildings and more homes get built there. And then you have the windows on the south side with your balcony in this particular unit. The configuration north, south, and east, west will change depending on where the homes are currently being sold in the community. But that right there is my absolute favorite view, and this window frames those mountains beautifully. Love it. Let's step back here and check out this living room space, because it's actually quite nice. You have enough space for an oversized L-shaped couch just like this one is. And I honestly say you could even take it out a little bit more if you've got more people living with you, or you entertain a lot and you need a bigger couch. You could do that. And then maybe a chaise lounge coming out here. Still ample space. This wall gives you the opportunity to have a TV of any size. You could get the biggest TV your heart desires and put it on that wall, or hang a projector from the ceiling and have the biggest wall to watch Apple TV, Netflix, Prime, all of that. So this is your main space where if you were having people over, you could easily accommodate 15 people here. Several on the couch, several at the dining table, and a couple over in the kitchen island and the patio balcony area. It's spacious enough for all of that. And then all of the parking here is street parking. There's no permit required for that, which makes it nice when you're having parties. There will be an opportunity for all of the cars to fit in the streets that we have here. So straight ahead, this is going to be one of the bedrooms with an attached bath. Because when you're working with this much square footage and you make it up to the third floor with the bedrooms, they're each going to have their own private bath. So we'll start in here. Everything is nice and bright with the white stone counters, like a quartz, the cabinetry here for storage. And oh, they don't have a medicine cabinet. Shame. But you could add one. And there you've got your shower and tub combo, which is average size. Here, they've got a full size bed with two spacious nightstands. And that just helps to give you an idea of the space of the bedroom. If you got rid of one of the nightstands, this one, for example, you could put a chair in this corner, move the bed a little closer to the closet there, or you could even put a chair here. So nice size, lets in some good light with that south-facing window. And now we'll come out here and check out the primary bedroom. One thing we haven't seen yet is the laundry, and that's going to be this right here with this wide door, stackable unit, washer and dryer. So it's a nice bonus that it's right here on the level with the bedrooms so that you're not going up and down the stairs to a garage or anything on the second floor. Everything you need is here on the third floor. And I like too how they added a mirror here above the cabinets in the hallway just to extend the space and make it feel bigger. Here we walk into the primary bedroom with north-facing windows. Again, that's not a promise in every floor plan, just the way that this building is facing. And this is quite spacious. Those nightstands are even bigger than the last one in the other room. The bed is king size. And then you still have space for this dresser and chair in the corner and plenty of footpath to walk around everywhere. And it just feels really bright and airy here. Quite a nice space. They're modeling it with this bold mod almost like fixture. It's not a standard in any of the spaces by any means. That's probably an upgrade. You might get a J box that you can add and put a ceiling fan and a light there later. So this is Eastvale. It's such a great community. The schools are really wonderful here. I couldn't recommend it more. Over here, we've got the attached bathroom with double sinks. Oh, they did put a medicine cabinet here. Hey, that's nice. Okay, I'm glad they have at least one. And then in this primary, there is no tub. It is a stand-up shower in the same room as the toilet. And directly across, you have a walk-in closet. Not the biggest, but it works. When you move to Eastvale Square, you get so much in walking distance, like this beautiful park. I've brought my kids here to play. It is really a fun time. There's a huge piece of grass next to that where my son has played soccer. And then down this pathway on the left side is a little putting green area. There's foosball and much more, plus this resort style pool. It's one of two pools in this community, and it is an incredibly hot day. I'm surprised no one is out here enjoying the pool. And you've got these cabanas. If you've been to a resort lately, you know they charge an arm and a leg for a cabana. And here it's just included in your HOA. Sit anywhere you want, enjoy. And here is the community room, which is quite nice. So the schools here are Harada Elementary, which is just 5 minutes away. It's a year-round school, which means it's got A, B, C, and D track. If you're coming from Orange County or Los Angeles and you're more familiar with the traditional school year, this will be an adjustment. There is a couple elementary schools in the Corona Norco School District, which Eastvale is part of, and they're on a traditional school calendar. But other than that, all of the other elementaries here are going to be a track system. I'm staying here in the shade because it is way too hot. Over there, this is the gym with a pool behind it. And then there's an outdoor activity area there where you can go and climb ropes and jump and do stuff. And it's just really nice to have these things right here. You wouldn't necessarily need to pay for an additional gym membership unless you like that. Because if I'm paying two HOAs, I just want to utilize what is here and not pay more. So, overall, Eastvale Square is an incredible community to move to and enjoy. And it gives that feeling of being in Irvine, but you're in the Inland Empire with Inland Empire pricing.